We are joined by Miami University head golf coach Zach Zedrick following the Earl Yestingsmeyer match play. Coach, which player's performance stood out to you the most throughout the tournament?
Honestly, I think our three upperclassmen, Patrick Flavin, Brian Orr, and Greg Conrad. Brian and Greg both went 3-0. Pat went 2-1, but in the match that Pat lost, I think he was 2 under par. So, all three of those guys played, frankly, great. The amount of birdies they made. If you're looking at it from a stroke play standpoint, I think just in regulation in their matches, I think they were somewhere around 35 under par for between the three of them for 3 rounds. So they played exceptionally well. I think their just mentality and mindset, attitude, demeanor, it really set a good tone, I think, for the first 3 weeks. Brian was 3 down in his match yesterday. I saw him on 1, which was I think around his 12th hole, and he's like, "Coach, I'm good." He said, "I'm playing all right." He said, this guy's playing well right now, but I'll be ready if he gives me a little bit of an opening, and he did. And Brian, I think, won 4 out of his last 5 holes. And Greg was up basically the last half of his match. I remember coming down the stretch, hit kind of a little bit of a sketchy shot on a par 3, but you look at him, you thought he just hit it to 10 feet. Went and found his ball and got it up and down, and ended up closing his guy out 2 holes later. And Pat was down in his match for a little while yesterday and was just like, "Coach, I'm good and I'll be good." And he said, "I'm gonna win this match," and he did. So just their leadership so far has really stuck out, and just the way they handled themselves and competed, it's rubbing off on the guys in a really positive way, and everyone's kind of getting in tune with that, which is great to see.
What was the mentality of the team going into the matchup against top-seeded Eastern Michigan? What did that match win do for your team's confidence?
I think, if anything, it kind of confirmed for all of us that we've got a chance to be a really good team this spring. Frankly, the fall in our mind was just a complete aberration. There's no other way to put it. We played bad golf. It was really uncharacteristic. We felt like we were a team going into the beginning of the year that was good enough. If we take care of our business, we should be pushing for an at-large bid to regionals, and we just didn't play well. But we had a good off season, and the last 3 weeks here have been great. And I think the guys had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, which is a good thing, and felt like they wanted to go out and show that, hey, we're a good team too. But all that did was, I think, validate the work ethic and the mentality that they've brought since we've been back here in January.
The team rolled past third-seeded Ball State to take home a third-place finish. How does it feel to start the spring season with the team's best-place finish of this year?
Definitely, I think, boosts confidence. But the thing of it is we went down there with a ton of confidence. So I think it was just, like I said, this whole weekend was just confirmation that we're on a good track. We've been working hard. But the main theme now moving forward is let's take this momentum and run with it. Let's not, we got 2 weeks to get ready for Colleton River. Let's keep pushing harder and push hard in practice and respect every day, and take advantage of this, because I think we could have a pretty good spring.
What did you see from the team as a whole, and what are your expectations moving forward?
Like I said, it was just one of the things I've been talking about is a lot of, I think any good team in any sport, it just starts with belief in yourself and belief in each other, and just your mentality and the way you kind of carry yourself and compete every day. And match play in golf is really it's different for us, because everything we do is stroke play, and it's kind of just you on your own out there. But when you're playing another guy, your attitude and your emotions and how you handle yourself, it projects itself onto the guy you're playing. And I was really proud of the fact that we never really showed any weakness. And that's my, I guess, expectation is we're going to continue to have that mentality. We're not going to show weakness. If we're struggling, no one's going to know it. And we're going to go out, and like I said, we got 2 weeks before Colleton River, and before we leave to go down to South Carolina. So we're going to, we're going to just turn the skillet up even more at home, and I know the guys will respond. They're excited about it, and just keep pushing.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks.
We are now joined by senior Greg Conrad. Greg, you won all 3 of your matches. How are you able to build off each win and carry the momentum into the next match?
Yeah, I felt good about my game all week, and I think the attitude amongst all the players kind of helped me, keep my confidence going and my attitude about all the matches and how the team was performing stay high. And, I gave myself a lot of opportunities and didn't really make many mistakes with my game all week. And, the mistake came early, but I was able to get over those and basically ride a lot of momentum with putting myself in the right position on the golf course to really, attack every hole and give myself an opportunity to not have to, not be able to make any difficult mistakes. So, I really took the momentum in each match and focused on the positives, because one of my main things stepping on each tee was, it's a whole match. It's a match of one hole at a time, and I'm never out of the hole. No matter what the shot in front of me by the guy I'm playing, where it goes or what it is, I can still be in the match and, have a chance to win the hole.
What does this performance do for your confidence as you move into the regular spring season?
It definitely does a lot for my confidence. The beauty about match play is you don't really have to look at a score afterwards, but you can still have an idea of how you played each day. And I gave myself, I won a lot of holes with birdie. And, in my second match and my third match, I don't think a hole was won with other than birdie or par, which was a really good sign. To go bogey-free in my match yesterday and really put that away gives myself a positive sense of belief in my game, where it's at, and the hard work I put in over the winter to keep it going forward towards Colleton River.
What did you see from the team as a whole, and what are you excited about as you all get into the season?
I saw a lot of grit amongst everybody on the team this week. We fully understood, how our play in the fall put us seeding-wise in the 8th seed, but took ownership of it and really had a chip on our shoulder and an edge that we came to Lake Jovita with. I think we probably won the match early on Monday before we even got there, just because the mindset, the confidence, and the level of trust that we had amongst the 6 of us and the work we put in over the winter and how we were approaching, the belief in our game towards going down to Lake Jovita and, beating them pretty convincingly.